we can look into each one of these in detail. Coming to the App Engine, this is the original Google service that they initially started for serverless based scenarios, and it is suitable for HTTP services, and this is a highly scalable and support many of the popular languages also out there. So if you have a modern web application with its front end, back end or both, you can include the App Engine, and it is also suitable for scalable apps, whether it is mobile or web application, and it is also compatible with Google Firebase for easy to deploying front-end and scalable and reliable backends to this App Engine. And another use case is like the gaming, where there is a heavy search that can happen of a particular nature, and this App Engines can scale up and scale down as required. So that is the first serverless service that we are discussing now in this episode, that is the App Engine. And the second one, that is the most common one nowadays, is the Cloud Function, and this type of serverless service is suitable for event driven. So this means that you can automatically add specific events. It can be an HTTP event or some other form of event inside a Google service like the Firestore or some other form of service, and you can easily integrate the Cloud Functions into that particular existing services. So that means whenever a trigger is happened or whenever we want to run this Cloud Function, it can run that. It can scale automatically, and you will be charged only for the execution time. Some of the languages that are supported by Node.js, Python, Go, etc. are supported, and the access control to run these functions and its different things can be connected with the IAM, Google Identity and Access Management as well. So this kind of Cloud Function is suitable for third-party applications and API integrations with the Google Cloud. It's kind of a scenarios where you want to integrate some form of webhook, you can easily integrate that. And some other scenario is like you have a lot of IoT devices which want to send data to Google Cloud, and particular IoT device sends a request to an API, and you want to create an API. You can do that in the Cloud Function. So that API which you define in Cloud Functions will collect the telemetry data, and it can do real-time processing and analysis. So it can basically integrate with the different other real-time services, and it can extend the functionality. And comparing to the App Engine which we discussed earlier, not much languages are supported. Only Node.js, Python and Go are supported at this time of recording. Then there is another service, a serverless service from Cloud called the Cloud Run. So this is a recent addition where you can run the containerized apps inside the Cloud Functions. So this is built on top of the Knative, and this can scale upon the traffic requirements, and this is good for CI/CD scenarios. So because this is running a container based images, so any library or any binary or any custom type of languages are supported in this type of Cloud Run. So there is no HTTP or gRPC support, but custom domains are supported, and it provides some scenarios where you won't have that functionality in Cloud Functions. Then you can use a container based approach in functions, and that is what Cloud Run is. And there is another and some of the use cases of this Cloud Run is like if you have to build a back office administration, or if you want to do something on an automated schedule like something like image processing or document creation or installation of a custom binary, you can do that with the help of Cloud Run. So you can check out the Google Cloud Run documentation for more details. And the Cloud Run for Anthos is also another serverless service that is provided by Google Cloud, and this is suitable for running multi-cloud application. Then this has support for rapid auto scaling, and it has integrated monitoring and login, and it mostly is suitable for integrating the CI, the continuous integration or continuous deployment with Anthos. So these are some of the main serverless services that are available in GCP as of now. So once again, serverless means no management overhead for you as a part of application development. Everything will be taken care of by the cloud provider itself. So under these categories, 4 different kinds of services we mentioned now. That is, the one is the Google App Engine, which is the original Google service. The second one is the Cloud Function, and it is suitable for basically event-driven scenarios, and it can scale automatically. And some of the use cases are like API, then the backends, the API areas, then the real-time file processing or integration with other Google services. Cloud Functions are suitable for. This App Engine is suitable, as we discussed. It is suitable for web and mobile application, where it can scale up and scale down as required, and also it can handle some of the gaming scenarios as well, gaming applications as well. Then the Cloud Run, which we discussed, that is another serverless service. Cloud Run is a way by which the containerized apps is run inside a kind of a serverless function, and this is a recent addition as well. And because it is capable of running the containerized form of deployment, containerized form of application, it can handle any library or any binary or any language, and that will be suitable in some scenarios where Cloud Functions are not natively supported, those things. And the Cloud Run for Anthos, that is another serverless component. So with that, we can cover this overview sections. These are just overview sessions that fits in a particular time limit, like 5 or 6 minutes. That is what I intended to be. And we can come up with a more detailed session on how these different things like the App Engine or the Cloud Functions works. And we will be covering that in a different video demo later at a point of time. So you can always check my YouTube channel for such videos. Thank you once again for listening this podcast.